Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good I don't know what, but it is a good day. So how are you people? Can you hear me?
Very good.
We're getting thumbs up here. And Aaron, are you with me there you also?
Yes. Hello, everybody. Also from beautiful Thailand. And this is, let's say, we can count it on our fingers. It will be our last calls of this kind. It's just the end of a never-ending story almost. But
I have had a brilliant day, Aaron. I want to tell you about my day, and I want to tell the members about my day because it's been a fantastic day for me. And I want to speak with you, Aaron, soon, really soon about nodes, you know, a little bit. But first of all, I want to tell the people, such a fantastic day I had. Last night went late. I was on a lot of calls with members. I get people even contacting me, you know, that I haven't been on Facebook for probably 8-9 months or something. And people are finding ways, you know, to contact me and so on. And thank you for that, guys. You are most welcome to join with us as you wish. No problem. But this morning I woke up actually 7 again. I didn't sleep many hours. And we've been actually, guys that are on this call, ladies and gentlemen, I wish that you go in and check with members that haven't received nodes before or droids, because we did several hundred today of missing ones. We had a fantastic call with Stephen Miller, and you know, he's a little bit tired today. It is early morning there because we've been sitting up and fixing a lot of the things that was, you know, gone wrong. You know, some people had changed email addresses, you name it, and so on. We did a long list today, so several hundreds have got them. And if you haven't got them, I have some on the call here, for example Manuel, I know, yes, tomorrow those are coming that he asked for. And please, one more thing, moment, darling, can you put off the cooker? Sorry guys, I'm having hot water boiling here next to me, a coffee cooker. So pardon for the noise. Yes, this is the thing, guys, that it's happening very well now. We have a very good system. We're going through the things, but please, there are 200 emails, guys, that hasn't been answered from Node Mission. Okay, people that have sent in and they have, you know, issues, and we have asked for more information in order to help them, and they have not got back to us. So please get back to your downline, you know, your members in your organization and the community, and check with them if they yet has to receive, and they say that they have sent in to Node Mission. If they haven't got them now or by tomorrow, then it is because they haven't answered the emails. So this I want you to take responsibility for and go back to the members, check it and so on, so we can finally get every single node delivered. Okay, so this is very important. So things are happening there, and a lot of things. I know that Connect been on, you know, 24/7 with being able to pay out the first commissions. And I have been informed that by the Tuesday call, which will be with Miller, the first of you guys, we have got the first commissions, the ones that have done something and has new commissions to get. Okay. Please, though, remember when this starts to pop up that it is a trial. So if you for some reason haven't got paid for it, you need to get back to us, because from tomorrow, guys, the support of Connect also will be connected with a lot of new people. Okay, so this is important. So I wish that everybody helps us with that so we can get forward, because guys, really, it's getting interesting. As we know, within the next hours and also the next days, more and more of the new node projects will go into the beta testing, off-chain testing, as Steven said, which means obviously that we still can earn rewards for them. Okay. And yes, I know the next question is, if you haven't got yet, you know, the download instructions and so on, hold on, because nobody have got them yet. We will all get them at the same time for the new products that we have bought. So I'm looking forward for my Element. And one thing more, guys, that is important now also to mention at the same with Element. More than half of the locked up prices for 2,500 are already gone. Okay. And we haven't even pushed yet. And I know for a fact that I need a few more also. I have bought one so far and I need a few more. So please get back to the people also that are waiting or, you know, and thinking about it, so they can get locked in for the absolutely best price. But not only that, also they can get up directly, and we don't have the same issue as with green waiting and so on. So they can get in from the beginning and test it and get rewarded. So this is important. Aaron, we have
yes.
our fantastic partner and friend, Mr.
Yes.
Nigel with us, but you
Yes.
maybe you can introduce him, and also
Yes.
after him, we steer it to Tuesday's call, but we're going to have also, guys, by then the first draft of the presentations. I want to say still also business presentation. It's coming to a wrap up. So translations will come in this week also. So if you're interested to help us with translations, please get back to us also for that, because we will have business presentations, videos coming out within the next hours and days. Okay. So we are getting ready from all parts. So Aaron, please.
Okay. Thank you, Stefan. And hello, everybody. As I tried to say in the beginning, those will be one of the last calls of this kind. Where we are at the end of the chaos, at the end of the battle, at the end of the journey. We started a few months ago, and we all believe us, all of us, we were hoping it is faster. But now, telling you, after this 3-4 months of hard training, hard workout, all of you who are loyal to the company, all of you who are with us, you have big advantage, because you have the very best story. You have the very best self-esteem and self-feeling about the not giving up, about the most important thing of all success. Don't quit, continue. And to make a long story short and effective, there will be today our mentor and our friend, and the reason why Connect is with us, Nigel Allen. He will tell you what is going to happen, because he is the link and was the link that Connect merit us, that we are now Connect. And there's really coming so many good news and updates now from basically already tonight on. We will have the very first draft of the presentation of the PowerPoint. Okay, a few selected top leaders will get it with us to check. Okay, there will be tomorrow a movie coming, a 1 minute and 45 second teaser, where you have the keywords like blockchain with a purpose, metaverse, NFT, artificial intelligence, Connect, the blockchain with the future, and the blockchain for the average, for the masses. You will have this also, what helping you. There will come a lot of PR in the network marketing news, network marketing media, but also very soon in all the media around the world, because Connect and what is behind Connect is difficult to describe, because you need to see it. And for this reason, we will have very soon an office opening in Dubai, what will blow our mind. And I'm telling you, the waiting, look, I found out one thing. I'm now 23 years in network marketing, quite successful, but the last 7.5 years, besides making some good money, besides making millions, I was not happy. I was not happy. I tried a few company consultations the last years, but there was never that the water started to boil. There was never that that I had a gut feeling. I said, we make it. It was, of course, we are all interested in making money. I had the possibility to earn some money, but I never had my candle burning. I never was a Christmas tree full in fire. Never, never, never. And all those who know me, they know it. I was there because, yeah, I kind of wanted to have success again. But I remember 7.5 years. I hope, is Nigel already here? Okay, no, Nigel is here. Stefan, you check if Nigel is here.
Let me.
Okay, okay. 7.5 years ago, when I joined another company, and he left that company already, because he, with his knowledge, and expertise new, it will end up in a big disaster. I remember I met him here in Bangkok in a certain restaurant. I walk in, he walk out, and he told me, be careful, you guys will be screwed. And I didn't get it, what he mean. I really didn't get it. For me, cryptocurrency was new. And I remember him telling me this. And he was in that other company, director or president. And really seriously, I'm a believer. I can motivate. I'm also easy to get motivated. And honest, I got from this opportunity that time, you know, you make the millions and you make money, but he was damn right. The feeling was just in the time when you earn money. And I tell you something, guys, money is for me here, but value is always above. Value and the good gut feeling. And Nigel Allen that time told me, you need to be careful, you all go to be screwed. And he was right. And last summer, 7 years later, you know, I'm a believer. I believe in numbers. I believe in the universe and God and all. And I know this 7-year cycle. 7 years later, I met him here again. We met a couple of times, but I met him again to become a really close friend. And he brought, I say it this way, he brought the salvation to me, because I went these 7 years through. I repeat it, there's many people out there only advertise with money. Guys, I tell you, if someone advertises with money, they come and go and disappear. And these 7 years was my learning period, the cycle of 7 years. And when last summer, after 7 years of this journey, he came again in my life and I came in his life, and we all made this happen. The world is changed. And what we go to experience together, this will be historical and monumental.
Aaron, can I say something that will make people understand how we value Nigel? Because it's something you said to me. You said to me, you remember what you said to me before you, when you contacted me about, you know, that, hey, Stefan, can you come and help, you know? And I said, yes, sir, let's go, Aaron. And you said, yeah, but, you know, when you started promoting, I said, Aaron, you don't need to promote to me. I'm already with you. That's, you know. Then you said to me like this, you will meet some people, you remember? That, you know, look with an open mind about them, because, you know, I didn't know them before, but make up your own mind. And I said, don't you worry. I always do that, Aaron. And Nigel, I have come to value, I didn't know Nigel before, because, you know, you don't know people from what people say about people, correct? You know them by knowing them, okay? And I must say, Nigel have way surpassed any of my expectations of, you know, having as a partner and going into building a business, okay? He has a great experience, but not only that, he's real. He doesn't, you know, bullshit around. He tells the things how it is. And that's why we are here and we have this opportunity with Connect, correct?
Exactly, guys. And to summarize this, the value, what we will bring together with leaders from all over the world who have been in screwed up companies. Why? Because this was a special 7 years period where it was the period of screwing up people. Why? Because there was also not another option like this. And as I said, 7 years ago, Nigel was warning me, he was right. And 7 years after, exactly 7 years, he saved the future, because we will build now millions of people. Nigel, with a big applause, the word to you, and give us a glimpse of what's going to happen, because you are the guy who is connected to the big superpower behind Connect.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm speechless. You've said everything, number one. I don't know how I could possibly live up to that propaganda, but thank you very much.
It's real, Nigel, it's real. We hand it over to you now. Tell them what you see.
Well, there's nothing left to be said. Aaron said it all, but okay. So it's interesting. Sorry, I've just rushed in. I come from the gym, and of course I work out in my Liberty t-shirt. So it's interesting, Aaron, that you remember that quick meeting at that restaurant in Bangkok when I was leaving. I think I was going in, you were coming out. You were going in, I was coming out. And I'll tell you the exact words I said to you was, the gypsy will screw you too.
Yes, I remember. I did not want to say the word.
You told me also, Nigel. You remember you told me also?
Yeah.
I can tell where it was. It was in Soy 11.
Yes, exactly. So people who know the company we're talking about, when I say the gypsy, you know who I mean. And so I'd been hired to be the president of that company, and because, in fact, an old friend of ours who passed away last year, Yuha, basically wanted me to be the president because of my experience and background in the industry. I didn't really know what I was getting into, but I was quite interested and obviously very keen to do something with it. And but I didn't really know the person that I was working with, and that was the problem. And luckily, after about 5 months in the business, we parted company, and I found out that many of the things that they were doing were not legitimate, and so I actually feel glad that I got away from that. And so I did, and that's what I said. I was screwed, and the gypsy will screw you too. And sooner or later, it happened to everybody. But anyway, the importance is, and Staffan said it as well, you don't know someone until you actually know them. You know, just hearing about them or reading about them on the internet, or someone's giving you a glowing description of them, actually means nothing. You only know people when you start interacting with them and they show you their true colors. And so I'm fortunate, and look, it hasn't always been a rose garden. You know, I've been involved in the network marketing industry since 1985. So that, what's that, 37 years. And I've had some good successes. I've also had some really bad times. And, you know, it's a roller coaster. But I have to say this, my worst day in network marketing is still better than my best day in a job. I know that for a fact. So I'm unemployable. I can't work for other people. I have to do my own thing. I have to, you know, be involved in a business like this where I can have my independence and my freedom. And so about 5 years ago, I got to know the gentleman who is the founder of Connect and founder of all of these blockchains that we're talking about, and also the co-founder of Gala Games. Now, if you know much about what's happened with Gala, they've had a meteoric success in the last year and a bit, year and a half, nearly. And they've become a very significant gaming company. He's a 50-50 partner with Eric Schiemeyer, who is the former CEO, president, owner of Zynga Games. If you cast your mind back several years ago, everyone was trying to get you to play Farmville on Facebook, weren't they? It was like they were sending you invitations to play Farmville. And Farmville was a massive success. And it was owned by a company called Zynga Games. And they did an IPO several years ago for, I don't know what the figure is, I can't remember, it's several billions. So, so Gala was set up basically between the man who did the IPO for Zynga, Eric Schiemeyer, and my friend Bright. And so what's happened with Gala has been phenomenal. And I don't want to talk too much about Gala, but it's important to see, you know, we cannot make promises. We can't tell you this is what is going to happen. This is how much money you're going to make. We can't do things like that. But I think we can look at similar circumstances and think, well, this project did this. We can justifiably see that another project might follow a similar trajectory if it's run by the same people, if it's got the same management, the same ownership. And so just to let you know, I mean, I think some of you have heard this story before. I'm not the smartest when it comes to cryptocurrency. I always sell at the wrong time. So, you know, if you want to make money in cryptocurrency, find out when I'm selling and then hold, because you'll make a lot more money. You know, I had 37 million, I'll say that again, 37 million Gala coins. And I thought it had peaked at like 1.5 cents or whatever it was. I can't even remember what it was. So I sold, and I cashed out. I did, you know, I made, I can't even remember, close to $400,000, which is fine. I needed the money, and, you know, it's helped in many ways. However, about 3 months later, it went up to about 70 or 80 cents. And had I cashed out then instead, I would have made about $25, $26 million. So there's my story of Gala. I made $26 million in my head last year. Okay, now, okay, so I missed that opportunity, but I'm not going to miss the opportunity with green. I'm not going to miss the opportunity with Liberty. I'm not going to miss the opportunity with Element. I'm not going to miss the opportunity with Switch. And there are several other blockchains coming out, blockchain projects that you haven't even heard of, because, you know, I believe what happened with Gala could very easily happen here with other blockchains. And the good news is we've got, let's say there's probably a dozen different blockchain projects, blockchains with a purpose, whether it's green or Switch or Liberty or whatever, that are created by the same team. They understand how they made Gala successful. They understand how they can make these others successful. But here's the thing. I intend not to put all my eggs in one basket. I'm going to have green nodes. I'm going to have element nodes. I'm going to have nodes for everything in the blockchain. I want to make sure I buy, personally, 4 or 5 nodes of each. Now, I know that's a lot of money, and not everyone can do that, but I'm going to parlay my earnings into buying new nodes, because I saw what I didn't do last time. And I know one person who, remember, Gala is about 1.5 years old. One person has already made over $100 million out of it. And I'm not talking about the owners or the founders. That's a different ball game altogether. But some people have made, so my 24 million, 25, 26 million that I would have made, I mean, it's fantastic money. It's life-changing money, don't get me wrong. But there are people who made as much as $100 million out of it. So if only one of these projects works, it's got to work. It's life-changing for everyone, right? They don't all have to succeed. And I actually happen to think they all will succeed, because they're all blockchain with a purpose. They're all tied into real-world applications. So I actually think they will succeed. Some maybe more than others. Maybe they'll be more popular. Maybe, you know, I know there's a huge amount of excitement around the element node. I think the idea of gold streaming is really catching people's imagination. I'm personally very, very excited about Switch, because I think the ability to change currencies, switch currencies on the fly with a card that's got all the banking licenses it needs all over the world, I think that's fantastic. And not only, as you may have heard me say on another call, not only is the retail opportunity, you know, as a customer, fantastic with Switch, I think there's a huge opportunity for us to go out and basically put PayPal out of business. We can go out and sign up lots of B2B customers so they can use Switch and accept, you know, as a payment method as well as a payment provider. So it's huge, huge opportunities here. And so, you know, I think it's highly possible, you know, and I don't want to make any financial claims or investment claims.
Nigel, I want to ask you a question. I put up on the screen here something for people to understand the new economy and what nodes are, because I'm getting always a question about what is a node.
Okay,
it's like it's like owning a mini enterprise in the enterprise. Okay, you are part of this enterprise in the network, and you are verifying, you know, transaction that happens and so on, and you are getting rewarded for it in the internal currency. It's as simple as that. It's like Aaron said, the goose with the golden egg, you know, it keeps on laying it. It's same thing.
Well, and not only that, some of those eggs can become geese.
Exactly.
So, I mean, the interesting thing about nodes is that, and my view of this is that a node is basically a point on a network, and and in blockchain terms, it's basically helping to verify transactions, as you say, and also mining and minting coins. So if you take Bitcoin, for example, every transaction needs to be verified by 6 miners or nodes. A miner is just a physical thing. A node is really just a software thing, but there's the same basic principle. And the nodes, I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Actually, come back to me, Nigel. This is the Alzheimer's kicking in, I'm telling you.
This is the thing about Nigel. When you're looking at that, and you said, you know, what happened to you with Gala and so on, but I mean, you still have
hang on, hold that thought. What I was going to say is this. Unlike almost every other business that we've all been in, I mean, I'm sure most people on this phone call have been involved in network marketing opportunities of one form or another before this. And almost without exception, the more people who join, the smaller your market becomes, because, you know, there are, you know, the fewer people, you know, half the people you know on your list are already in or whatever. This is different. Number one, this is the first network marketing company I've seen in 37 years where I actually genuinely believe I will make more money from the product than I will from the opportunity. Number one. Number two, I genuinely believe that the more people who join and buy nodes, the bigger the opportunity becomes for all of us. That's unusual. That's almost the opposite of, you know, of how you see these things. But think about it, the more nodes there are in the network, the bigger the playing field is for all of us, the bigger the cake is for all of us. So actually, it's such an incredible
Nigel, isn't it pretty cool? Because this is what I said on the call to you guys about that. I realized that for the first time in 21 years and some, the product actually is the one that excites me, not the commission system.
Yeah,
you know, it's
absolutely.
so different.
Absolutely, and you know, nearly all the other companies out there, they are compensation plan led. They push their plan at you because they really don't have any substance behind it.
Exactly, except for the pay plan.
Yeah, so they have to compete on our plan's better than your plan. It pays out more, or what? Which is also, by the way, nonsense. You know enough about this industry. No plan pays out more. They all pay out within a few % of each other. However, because it's just law of averages, it works that way. But they all these other companies have to hit you with their pay plan and how, oh, we pay daily, we pay 1% daily or whatever. Well, by the way, if they say they pay 1% daily, run. It's a scam. Okay? Because it doesn't work. It's a Ponzi. Anyway, but we don't have to lead with the plan. We can lead with the product, because listen, if I'd been smarter last year with my Gala product, with my coins, I would have made $26 million or whatever it is. I can't remember the exact figure. That's more than I've ever made from any compensation plan in a year.
But Nigel, again, I want to pitch back to you the ball with how this compensation plan works, because it's built for it. And that I realized the last days, because it makes you said something a few minutes back that will get people understand really what we are doing. You said, oh, this is the first time I will have 4 or 5, you know, of each, because I will pitch him back on what I'm earned, because you understand that the product will make you more money than commission.
It's like buying more geese.
Yes.
I can lay more eggs.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So,
and this plan is brutal, guys, for you that sits on this call, because you know a big percentage of the total payouts are going into the node support rewards pool. Okay, that is 30% of the commissionable volume.
well, okay, that brings us up to another point. We talk about connect. You know, we have to reframe our thinking, okay? Because we're all from the old paradigm where we join companies, and those companies have board directors, they have owners, and everything. Connect is a blockchain community, okay? Everything that, so in another company you join, any breakage there is, which is when commissions aren't paid out, goes to the company owners. And of course, that's why I said a few minutes ago, when they say our plan pays out more than your plan, they're lying to you, because it's in the company owner's interest to pay out as little as possible so they can pocket as much as possible, right?
Of course.
Okay, you don't blame them, that's business. You do that in business.
Course.
But you know, in most network marketing, there's actually a dynamic rivalry, really, between the needs of the field and the needs of the company, because the company's trying to maximize its profit, and the field, the distributors, are trying to maximize their income.
Nigel,
and of course,
why
they
are
can't
we
both
different?
win, right?
Nigel, tell them, why are we different? What is it that right want to do?
No,
Can you tell
but
them?
it goes back to what you just said. So because it's a community built by the community, run for the community, there's no breakage in the plan. Everything gets recycled into rewards one way or another, whether it's supporting the node network, or whether it's supporting the coin value, or whether it's giving people commissions in their pockets. There's nothing being skimmed off for owners because they want to make a big profit. It's all being recycled back into the pool that we're all fishing from. And as I said to you, the bigger the pool, the better it is for all of us.
Nigel, and it builds the business. It builds the business.
Absolutely. So, okay, let's use the Gala again as an example. I don't want to keep going on about Gala, but you know, it's such a, for me, it's such a good example of what happened and what might happen for us. Now, Gala, in the last couple of weeks, I mean, you know, the whole crypto industry has been a little bit of a bloodbath, a little bit of a meltdown. I mean, Bitcoin dropped tremendously, and this happens from time to time. And what you know, if you're not used to it, I suppose you kind of panic. And when Bitcoin goes down, pretty much everything goes down, and it's just like the tide. But Bitcoin's recovered a little bit, but Gala's bounced back hugely. And you know, I know there have been different competitors probably trying to attack Gala one way or another, but I think it's proved that the team behind it know what they're doing, because it bounced back today 26%. It's now up to nearly 33 cents again. So, you know, whereas many other coins have just basically gone through the floor. So I think you just need to have some faith in the teams behind this, that they know what they're doing. Now, this takes me to the next point, which Aaron basically said most of it anyway, but I'll say it anyway again. We've had some great breakthrough conversations with the management of Connect and these other blockchains really quite recently. And I'm really happy to say that Wright and some other members of the team are going to be getting on one of their private jets, by the way, they've got several, and coming to Dubai in about 2.5 weeks with the sole intention of looking at and choosing an office as a showcase here. And he wants to have showcases for the Connect opportunity with all the different projects, interactive, almost like an expo, in major cities like, well, in major hubs like Dubai, like Switzerland, Far East, and so on. So what we're going to be doing is spending about a week, obviously on other things as well, but we're looking for specific offices in the best part of downtown in Dubai, which is really the address where you need to be, near the Burj Khalifa. We're going to be getting offices something between 20 and 40,000 square feet. I can't say now until the right one is chosen. And in those offices, what Wright wants to do is basically make them a complete showcase for anyone who comes along and sees all of the different blockchains represented with, remember, these are blockchains with a purpose. They have real world applications. So they're not like other coins that you might come up with that has no need in the real world. It's just a digital entity. And so, you know, how could you demonstrate it? Well, ours, we're going to be able to demonstrate green and how it works with the electricity grid, excuse me. We're going to be able to demonstrate how switch works. We're going to be able to demonstrate, so there's going to be interactive things. And I think you're going to see also increasing, and this is, no one's told me this is just my own feeling. I think you're going to see increasing gamification of some of these blockchains as well, where it makes it fun to get rewards for doing what you should be doing anyway. Now, I mean, you look at something like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or any of these social medias. You know, there's the old saying, well, it's not that old, but it's recent saying, if there is no product, if you're not buying a product, you are the product. So when it comes to Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, you are the product, because they are milking that database. They are marketing that database. I mean, it's got to the point now where, you know, you can have your phone sitting next to you and say, I fancy a pizza, and you open it up and Facebook's advertising pizza. I mean, that's scary as hell. And so they are using your data and to make their shareholders rich. That's simply the way it works. Think about this. Now you can do the same things with the Connect platform. We're going to have something that will be as good as Facebook anyway. We're going to have, through Liberty, we're going to have phones which aren't dependent upon Google or Apple, which will be fully encrypted and fully private. Nobody can listen to you, right? So things like that. And of course, no one is going to be using your data. No one is going to be selling your data. You, instead, those rewards that they're going to get for that are going back to you. You're going to get rewarded in coins for doing what you should be doing anyway, what you normally do anyway. So you take Blue, for example, the medical blockchain. You could, not only can you access, especially, I mean, this is more so for the American market, but it's other countries who will work as well. Not only can you access, say, cheaper prescriptions, you can access telehealth now, which is something you can do all over the world, really, and speak to a doctor because you're a member of Blue and you've got Blue coins. You can also get rewarded for actually staying healthy, staying well. So, you know, you go out and do, I don't know, 5,000 or 10,000 steps in a day, or you get your heart rate up to a certain level. You will earn rewards for doing that you can then spend. Because all the coins are going to be interchangeable, guess what? Through Switch. Switch will make the old concept of exchanges redundant as well. So I think we're actually in a breakthrough here. Now, and I'm going to cycle back a second. Aaron basically, you know, gave me credit for bringing this to our team, and you know, it's very kind of you. But you know, I don't take credit for anything. I'm just going with whatever, you know, the flow that happens. And I happen to have met Wright about 5 years ago, and we became good friends for no reason at all, like, other than that I showed him kindness. Now, what I mean is, he was here in Bangkok trying to do some business with another company, which of course they turned out to be scammers. So he's lucky he didn't join them or didn't supply his product. He used to be, by the way, one of the biggest Bitcoin miners in North America, the biggest. And so it was a company that, an MLM company that was trying to get his mining operation and his trading and everything. And luckily he didn't do anything with them because they turned out to be scammers. Anyway, he was in town, he was in Bangkok, and I knew he was around. So I called him up on a Sunday morning, like today. I said, hey, Wright, has anyone showed you around Bangkok? Because, you know, I said, what are you up to? He said, well, I'm just sitting in my hotel room. Well, you know what it's like in a strange city. Who wants to sit in your hotel room in a strange city? It's horrible. So I said, has anyone shown you around? He said, no. I said, look, I'll come and pick you up. I'm going to show you a few things, show you some sites, you know, keep it, you know, interesting for you. So we went to Wat Po, which is the sleeping Buddha. He absolutely loved it. I mean, you know, he's from Utah, where they're all, what's the word, Latter-day Saints, you know, Mormons. But in spite of that, we went and did went to give, you know, gifts and money to the monk, and he tied this, you know, the string that they do around your wrist, and you know, he loved the ritual of that, you know, the Buddhist ritual, and so that was great. And then we went to one of the floating markets where we had the most amazing fish. If you know Thailand at all, this fish is crusted in salt and baked and cooked. It was just, I've never tasted anything as good as that. $5 for a fish. It's amazing. And so we, you know, we did this. I just showed him around a few sites and things in Bangkok, and he loved it. And as a result of that, he's taken care of me as a friend. As a result of that, that's why I got a Gala node and started making Gala coins. Think about that. Just because I showed him some kindness, and I had no financial goal to get anything out of that, but he's taken care of that. And he's also come through for us here. He's come through for us here big time. You know, and it's been a very frustrating 4, 5, 6 months. I'll be the first to say it. And there have been times when I've been thinking, you know, I'm losing the will to live. Are we going to actually get this working? But I'm glad we stayed the distance and glad we showed the strength to stay put. And, you know, and many people will have left, and I don't blame them, because they have to make today money. They have to make now money. But mark my words, they will be back. They will all come back, because what they're about to see is everything we've been talking about for 3, 4, 5, 6 months is going to start to become very, very real. So anyone who hasn't yet, and you need to check your teams, because we didn't just do a data dump and merge our database, you know, the Algotech people into Connect, because he didn't want that. And there's a reason for that, which is legal reasons. He wanted everyone to be able to go in through the front door, sign the terms and conditions, accept everything, and you know, because then they've legitimately joined Connect. They haven't just been imported through the back door from some MLM company. He didn't want that to happen. He wants everything to be clean, whiter than white, and transparent, because it's a blockchain. Blockchains are transparent. Okay, if you do anything but dodgy on the blockchain, people can see it. That's why the company that was run by the Gypsy didn't have a blockchain. They just pretended to have one. So long story short, if your members of your team haven't gone through the sign-up process yet, the clock is ticking. Then soon that we're just going to stop that. Their nodes will still be there. Sooner or later, they'll probably come back and try and collect them and claim them. Fine. They want to come back in 6 months and say, look, I bought a package in, you know, Algotech, and I'm in due a node. Fine. If we check the data, or they check the data and it's all there, they'll get their node. No one's taking their stuff. It's there waiting for them. but if they don't collect it, they're stupid. Because right now, it's going to get very, very real, as I said. And I'm so happy, based upon the conversations we've had with the, I hate to use the word management team, but the people who are really behind the whole Connect opportunity and the different blockchains, the conversations we've been having, it's all suddenly come together. Whereas, you know, for a few months, it was like, what the hell is going on? Is it working? Are we? But all of a sudden, it's like, boom, like the planets are aligned. It's now working, and it's coming together. And everyone on this call, and I know, you know, some of you guys, I've watched the calls. I haven't always spoken on them, but I've watched them, and I see a lot of the same faces, and I honor you and I respect you for staying the distance, for keeping the faith, because I believe it's going to be worth it for you. I believe you're going to be glad you did it. And I think I'm already looking on this screen at several multimillionaires. And remember what I said on a previous call. You're as close now as you'll ever be to being rich without actually being rich. I'm going to hand this back to you now, Stefan. Thank you so much for letting me talk and ramble. Thank you.
I don't let you go. I don't let you go. One more thing. I want to point out when you said that, Nigel, and thank you for the fantastic things you are doing, because without you, I say again, we wouldn't be there, because you have the friendship with Right. And that's the thing. It's a trust situation. And we know for a fact that he wants to deliver, and he was shocked that he heard that not everybody has got the products. That's why today we're sitting and doing several hundreds, and we will do everything until it's done. Okay?
Yeah.
It's like Les Brown said, you know, no, Dad, his son said, it's not over until I win.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to do, Nigel, together. I highly appreciate your friendship and everything that you do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And you know what? As Aaron said, you know, we can all make money. I've made a lot of money in another business, but it's more actually the friendships, the people, the relationships are more important. It's important that you rub shoulders with people who have got integrity, because you tend to become, you know, like whoever you're rubbing shoulders with. So if you're rubbing shoulders with gypsies, guess what?
You're gonna be one. Nothing bad about that.
And actually, I'll finish on this last point. There's a gentleman that Aaron knows, and I introduced him to another company about 5 years ago. He's in China, and he's probably the most powerful network marketing leader I've ever come across in my life. When he gets involved, it's like he has his generals and his lieutenants and his, you know, whatever the army structure is, and he runs it like a military operation. He brought in a previous company in 10 months, something like 700,000 people with paid packages of about $5,000 each, okay? That's how powerful this guy is. And he's a good friend of mine. We became very good friends. After I was screwed, hang on, listen. After I was screwed by the gypsy, he turned around to me and said, Nigel, I don't like what she's done to you. I will follow you anywhere, which was the most wonderful thing for him to say. Anyway, so I've been chatting and I lost touch with him, by the way. I couldn't get hold of him for a few years. Isn't it funny how things fall into place? Recently, I've managed to make contact with him again, found him, and we've been chatting on WhatsApp, and he's very interested to get involved, but he had a couple of questions. He said, it's not MLM, is it? And I said, it could almost be a line out of Star Trek. It's MLM, but not as you know it, Jim. Okay. It's not MLM as you know it. It's more like a conventional affiliate program where, it doesn't have all the hallmarks of an MLM. It doesn't have a binary structure or anything that you know, people are familiar with, and it's compliant. It's compliant with the USA. And if you know anything about the MLM laws around the world, if you're compliant with the USA, you're pretty safe anywhere, because the USA has some of the most the toughest operating regulations. So anyway, so basically he's now ready and waiting for me to actually give him the pitch and the presentation. And I've literally deliberately not given it to him for a couple of months because I wanted things to kind of clear up a little bit. I'm being honest with you. Now things are falling into place. I'm going to sit down and talk to him this week and, you know, explain how the business works. And I think he's there's a hell of a good chance that he's going to be joining and getting involved. And I think, you know, it's getting harder and harder to do conventional MLM in China anyway. So doing an affiliate program is fine, because again, you're not going to get into trouble. You can go and join some of these other deals, like Aaron said. You might make some money if you're in early enough and get out early enough, but you might have a knock on your door one morning from the authorities saying, oh, you were doing this and you were introducing that people, because I know people have had that. So if people want to go and join the scams, they can do that. Good luck to them. But there's always a price to pay. You're not going to have to look over your shoulder when you're doing Connect. You're going to be able to sleep at night. You know, the softest pillow is a clear conscience. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.
Thank you, Nigel. Thank you, Nigel. Aaron?
Yes, fantastic. I really enjoy it to listen, and Nigel, it's really great. The team what is now creating or is in the process of being created also around, I pronounce it again, the setup what we're gonna do together in Dubai. We will have for sure in the end of March or beginning of April opening in Dubai, where we will have a few hundred people invited. We will show the world where the hammer hangs. We have the metaverse, the artificial intelligence, all, as Nigel said, from proof of concept Gala, all our nodes running. I think we will have, you mentioned Jim from Star Trek before, we will step into a starship when we have this office. We will have something what nobody has and all real. And the fact that we have the purpose, the blockchain with a purpose is what makes it so round. It's not just an idea. And I really don't want to add anything more after this speech, Nigel. Just guys, focus on the next Zoom we will announce and the materials, what will be released. Stefan, you are more involved in the creation of the materials, maybe.
Actually, yes, but this is the thing also. I want to just wrap it up with you, Aaron, here 2 minutes, and then we're going to close for today. This is so important what Nigel said, because he said about the general, why it runs so good in China, that they are so expert in copying, you know, the application. And it needs to be so simple, everything we do, guys. And that's why the presentation that you will get will be very simple for people to understand, and it will make you being able to go fast. Okay, but it's still coming back to the node. It's still coming back to the product. And yes, I got a question here in the chat. And yes, any account that you buy and you link to Connect will show up in your Connect back office. And we are approaching the beta testing of these products, these nodes, these mini enterprises, guys, within the next days. So see you on Tuesday on the call. And
well, hang on, just also say one more thing. When you buy a node, that's yours. You own it.
Yes.
You know, no one's going to be taking stuff back from you, or, you know, playing games with you like other companies. You know, I've been in companies where I looked in my back office. Wow, I had thousands of coins. Well, as soon as they terminated me, my coins disappeared and evaporated. That cannot happen, because once you've minted, once you've got a node and you've got a node license, which is a legal contract, and you've then minted those and sent those coins to your wallet, they're on the blockchain. They're not just numbers in a back office. They're not just animation in a back office. And we've all been in or seen companies where that's all it is.
Yeah, true. Suck on that one, like they say. Couldn't help myself, Nigel. It is, guys, it's getting real, like Aaron said, it is real, like Nigel said. Why? Because we know it, we see it, it's getting more and more transparent and better by the day. So get back to us, guys, with the people if they yet have to receive their products, and we will focus on that until the Tuesday call. And by that, as I have been told to say, you will have got your first commission on new purchases. See you on Tuesday. Bye.